Hello, everybody. Then, now, forever. It's time for Monday Night Raw, and welcome to Marked by Wrestling. Thanks to all of you who joined me for Slammiversary last night. As now we're back to some top tier main event stuff right now. Roman Reigns will be on the show tonight. CM Punk will be on the show tonight. I've got a triple threat to crown number one contenders. Hey George, yeah, man, just trying to beef up my hours, man. I've got to get to work if I'm going to get my memberships unlocked, so I'm trying to increase as much as I can, and my voice is feeling a little better tonight. So I figure I'd go ahead and go Raw. Although we're gonna have a big show on NXT tomorrow as well. Yeah, Trick. The show. I would say TNA over delivered. I think they had some really high moments, and they also had some low moments as well. But yeah, NXT now holds both the men's and women's championship in TNA. JC Jane won the title unification match, and Trick Williams retained, which was a shock to a lot of people, myself included. So I'm really intrigued to see what NXT does tomorrow, because they were already beefing up NXT to be this big show tomorrow from Houston. Like, The Undertaker is going to be there. There's a three-way for the NXT title, Obafemi defending against both Josh Briggs and Nakamura. So who knows, man? TNA may show up and try to wreck shop for all we know. I don't know if they'll do a full-on invasion angle, but if I'm TNA, I want to show up and get my belts back. I'll tell you that right now. Hi, George. Hi, Sophie. So, yeah, Malcolm Jamal Warner, man, that made me so sad. I was raised on the Cosby Show and all those Huxtable kids, man, and it just makes me absolutely devastated to hear that Malcolm Jamal Warner passed away, a lot like Shad Gaspard did from Crime Time, when he passed away by an accidental drowning. Just awful stuff. As we see the recap from last week's Gauntlet match, CM Punk is our number one contender, going to take on Gunther at SummerSlam. But then things de-evolved, and we had a return from one tribal chief. Sophie, I really thought somebody would. I feel like somebody from NXT will win. From TNA will win NXT Gold at some point, but I don't know who it's going to be. So we'll see what happens. Well, George, I know he's got something to say to Paul Heyman specifically, so we'll see. We'll see what he's got to say. But yeah. Tell you what, man, I'll never deny the level of star power that Roman Reigns possesses, because when he comes out, Roman has now ascended in his stardom to get a different level of pop now. And listen, we're getting some big pops these days from our mainstays on the roster. But when Roman shows up, man, that was unreal last week. That was a hot show. And they're looking at MetLife Stadium, where we're going to have 2 nights of SummerSlam in just 2 weeks, I believe. I think you might be right, Justin. I think we haven't seen the last of Mike Santana or Joe Hendry. I kind of hope we see Leon Slater. So I hope so, Sophie. I hope you're right, because while I enjoy my plan is, once I can get oh my gosh, Sami Zayn with the Oasis shirt. I love that. Sami Zayn versus, I was a big Oasis fan back in high school. Sami Zayn versus Karrion and Kross tonight. We're finally getting that match. No longer out indefinitely. Also, by the way, you guys, for those of you who didn't join us last night for TNA Slammiversary, Tessa Blanchard was suspended indefinitely by Santino Marella. So we were all theorizing, will she show up on NXT, which would be wild. Tessa Blanchard could be the one to take. What if Tessa Blanchard took the North American title from Sol Ruca? There's a question. Judgment Day's here in all the gold. Dom says he's going to valet the car. He just handed off the keys to AJ Styles in the valet. AJ got his reading glasses tucked into his. You know what? I'm really enjoying funny AJ. I mean, he's playing it just right. All right, it's quiet. CM Punk. CM Punk opening the show. You know what, Sophie? I heard that after the fact. The racist chants weren't really that predominant. I didn't hear it while we were covering the show, but after the fact, I saw some people posting about it. So it was probably short lived. But she lost to Indy Hartwell anyway. So yeah. Do I think First Class will show up on NXT? I hope AJ Francis takes a break after the way he went through that ladder last night, bro. He went through a ladder the long way, crotch first. It was nasty looking. All right, Punk is here. Kind of looking like Uncle Punk these days. Not to be confused with John Candy's Uncle Buck. Great comedy from the early 1990s. Featuring a young Macaulay and Kieran Culkin. I don't think Tessa Blanchard would replace JC Jane, Justin, but I absolutely believe she could show up and cause some havoc. Punk life. So this guy's got a world title match at SummerSlam. So I imagine he's got some things to say to the ring general. I wonder if he'll get interrupted by Gunther, if we'll have any little promo banter tonight. We'll see what we've got. Okay. Yeah, 2 nights of SummerSlam, guys. Make sure you get enough sleep before the weekend because we're going to have, that's a big 4 show. So we're going to have plenty of wrestling to watch. I'm rooting for CM Punk, but I'm CM Punk is in kind of his mentor era now, so I do wonder if he'll beat Gunther or not. It's bound to be a better match than the Goldberg match, though. Okay. Yeah, we could see Tessa Blanchard, and if she brings Alicia Fox with her, I wonder how they'll do with that. But you know what? NXT did a good job of embracing Elijah when he came back as Elijah, not Elias. So I can't even remember Alicia Fox's new name, though. I was so surprised to see her back on TV again. Yeah. Oh man. If I'm Seth Rollins and I'm cashing in in order to, if you're doing it to ruin CM Punk's life, I think that's how you want to do it. If you're Seth Rollins. I will say that Seth is being oddly unspecific about the nature of his injury, so I don't know if that means faking it, but I do think he might be back sooner than we think. AJ, I wouldn't say had a super important role, Sophie. He came out after the X Division match and really put over Leon Slater. He did mention that there's a chance he might wrestle one more time in TNA, but he said it very much in passing, like he didn't announce it. So it wasn't a landmark appearance, but people were just happy to see him back. George, I think you're right. I think we get that tag match at SummerSlam for sure. And I would the level of entrances between Roman and Jay at this point would be absolutely wild. Sorry, I have a little bit of a lighting issue there. And now one of my belts is falling back. There we go. All right. Well, CM Punk promising he's going to leave it all in the ring at SummerSlam. And he's going to give you your money's worth. Yeah, Moose could show up tomorrow. I do 100% believe we'll probably get some kind of TNA army at some point wanting those titles back. Yeah, George. I don't, I like Punk, but doesn't it feel like now, ever since Punk returned, he's just not really angry about anything anymore? And I mean, I don't want him to be angry for his whole life. But, oh, here he comes. Here comes the world champion. Here comes Gunther. If there's anybody who's going to get a rise out of CM Punk, I think Gunther could do it. Gunther's promo game is so underrated because he doesn't scream at anybody and he's like supremely confident in when he talks to people, which is perfect for his character, which is one of the reasons I like him so much, is that he's good at promos, but he's different from others as well, Yeah, George, you're right. Masha could show up tomorrow. I mean, JC's going to have a new contender, We're getting Blake Monroe in her singles debut tomorrow. Yeah, I'm very interested in these two, and Gunther and CM Punk having their own feud, having their own issue with each other, and seeing how they take swipes at each other. Because Gunther's very underrated, and when Punk is in there with somebody who can handle themselves, I think he gets a little excited and he turns it up a notch. So I have high hopes for what we're about to witness right now. Hopefully I'm not disappointed. Just a stare down right now, but let it breathe, I guess. There are chants, but I can't make any of them out. Oh, you tapped out chants. Still following Gunther. Who did A want to see at SummerSlam, Sophie? I wasn't calling for this match either, to be honest, but I'm not mad at it. All right, the you tapped out chants die down and they're replaced with CM Punk chants. Nobody said a word yet, though. Gunther's still not saying a word yet. Every time he looks like he's about to talk, he just allows the crowd to boo him more. More you tapped out chants. Yeah, I don't want Braun Breaker versus Gunther yet. One day, absolutely. I'm not ready. I'm not ready for Braun to take on other heels yet. But yeah, one day that day will come, and I'll be totally on the bandwagon for it. Gunther just getting booed for nothing. I tell you what, this crowd is on Gunther, which is a good sign for him. He's not even doing anything. Hey, Dawsey. You right, George. He is kind of getting dirty domed out here. Houston does not like Gunther. Point out some similarities. We're both here to make money and win championships. Houston is whatting Gunther, and they can shut up right now. Screw Houston. They're at the bottom of the list right now. Because unlike yours, it's not based on what they think. That's worthless. They're trying to like force the whats into his like he's not even giving them the what cadence. Get over yourselves, Houston. Yeah, they didn't what that. The best in the world is the one who's the world champion.
When it does, you're going to make your regrets. Step towards professional wrestling. I'm going to maul you. I'm going to push you around. I'm going to choke you out. I'm going to drop you like a wet towel.
Gonna drop you like a wet towel.
Staring at the lights, realizing you will never be the most angry champion. You will never be the best in the world. But you know what? Seems to mean a lot to you. And once you get those degenerates chanting for you for the rest of your life.
Come on, Gunther. Gunther just gave him a word and walked out. Let's go. He's like, I'm the best in the world because I'm the world champion. When the bell rings, I'm going to bully you, choke you out, and drop you like a wet towel. And hey, at least you'll have everybody chanting for your name. Punk didn't say nothing. And we only got 2 weeks to build this match. Stephanie Vaquer's here. Who's interrupted? Naomi just interrupted Stephanie.
Good, newbie. I just want to let you know
Newbie.
that after I win the triple threat match at Summerslam, it's going to be me and you at Clash in Paris. Yeah. Oh, I'm going to survive. I'm going to beat Rhea, and I'm also going to do what you couldn't do, and that's beat Io. And since you want to be so smart, Io was walking you like a dog before that match got here first. Like that.
Come on, Naomi. Naomi just said, she would see her in Paris. But she was like, if we're keeping it real though, you couldn't even beat Io when you had the chance, and she was dog walking you before that before that interruption or that interference happened. All right, looks like we got Rusev here. We got a rematch between Rusev and Sheamus. Yeah, Naomi's doing great work, man. Great work. Yeah, I mean, I am curious if we actually do get Naomi versus Stephanie in Paris. I like Stephanie's chances. I'm afraid for Naomi in that regard, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I thought I knew a lot of things that were going to happen last night, and I was wrong. So we'll see what happens. Happy National Junk Food Day to you too, Zach Mayer. Thank you for stopping and letting us know. Well, we got Sheamus and Rusev ready to battle it out again. Going to be lots of bruises exchanged, most likely, between those two guys. Yeah, but absolutely. I like that they're already teasing us a little bit with the possibility of Stephanie and Naomi for Paris. We'll have to see where it goes from here, and we'll see what kind of crowd we've really got with Houston tonight. Teflon Don, our mod father, thank you so much for popping in tonight, good sir. Good to see you, and thanks for stopping in to say hi as we continue the agenda to open up memberships here at Marked by Wrestling. We still got a little ways to go, but, keep popping in and out all night, everybody, and we'll keep these hours climbing and climbing as we go. Now, hit that mute button there. Today is National Junk Food Day. All right, well, if today's National Junk Food Day, why don't we all share? Let's have a sharing time here during the commercial break. What is your goated, all-time, your goated, your all-time junk food? What's your favorite junk food? If you got to go in and grab something out of the convenience store, you pull into 7-Eleven or, your Quick Trips or whatever it is. You got to pull in. You got 30 seconds to go grab a snack and get out. What are you grabbing? Let's hear it. I'm curious. I hear my daughter my daughter and the other says Cheetos. What kind of Cheetos? Because I'm grabbing puff Cheetos if it's me. Not for you. The crunchy ones? The regular crunchies or the hot Cheetos? Hot Cheetos. I knew it was going to be hot Cheetos. Sophie Dovey says Doritos, the blue bag. Cool Ranch. All right, Cool Ranch Doritos. Great choice. I got to say one of my all-time favorites is Chex Mix. I grab Chex. Pringles is also a good choice. I don't think about Pringles all that much as a gas station snack because I think of them more as a grocery store item, like the full canister. But yeah, you do have those smaller ones, so it's going to be one of those things. George Lewis also says Doritos, Cool Ranch. Justin Halleran Crane says breakfast pizza from Quick Trip. Okay, you have my attention. What comes on a breakfast pizza, Justin? I'm very interested in hearing that. Mean Marchese. We in Houston, hometown of The Undertaker. That's right. Undertaker will be on NXT tomorrow night, and he also said he was gonna show up and he's got something to say to Trick Williams. So with Trick being TNA champion still and Undertaker showing up, we could have something interesting there tomorrow. Also like cheese puffs. Yeah, okay. Cookies and cream pretzel. Ooh. Now that sounds interesting. Grain of a mustard seed can move mountains. The faith of it. Yes, sir. Keep it. Thank you, Teflon Don. Much, much appreciated. I can't wait. Till we get that official. We will celebrate. We'll do something special when we get approved to meet that milestone. We are. Give me just a second, guys. I'm here. You can hear me. I'll be right back. I'm just going to do something quick for the missus. No, that's okay. Not a problem. Here we go. All right, no problem. All right, I'm back, and we're back. Seeing last week, the Sheamus and Rusev one-on-one match. Twizzlers and M&Ms. Okay, Sophie, what style of M&Ms? Are you a traditional milk chocolate M&Ms, peanut M&Ms, caramel M&Ms, peanut butter M&Ms? They also have like crispy M&Ms or something nowadays too. I think I'm old school peanut M&Ms. I think those are my favorite. I also like the Payday bars, the caramel and peanuts. All right, well, Sheamus and Rusev just out here brawling outside to get started. Okay, let's see. Justin says gravy and eggs and bacon and cheese and sausage on a breakfast pizza. Justin, is it a white gravy like you get on biscuits and gravy? I'm curious about that because that doesn't sound bad at all. Like a Jimmy Dean microwave thing. Dude, these guys just straight hit. I'm glad Sheamus and Rusev kind of have each other to do something with. I'm ready for Dom to do something with the Intercontinental title because like all these guys could be in the IC title picture. And I'm glad, and I said this yesterday, I think when I was talking about Charlotte, it's nice to see superstars have storylines that don't need to have a title, but also there are some people who just kind of fall into a certain division within their TV show that would pit them towards a title. And so it would be nice to see that. Yeah, I agree, George. I think Sheamus has fallen behind a little bit, and I think Rusev could take an L and afford to do it tonight. If that's the case, we'll see what lies in store for us, though. Sheamus dropping that knee on Rusev. Roman Reigns comes out and cuts a promo, and Paul Heyman interrupts it. Yeah, well, so even WWE.com today has previewed that Roman Reigns specifically is going to be addressing Paul Heyman. So I guess he'll be talking about everything from WrestleMania on. These couple of times, he's had interactions with those guys. But I'm sure it'll be interesting. Sophie, you may not be wrong. I mean, Dom hasn't really done a whole lot with the Intercontinental title. He had a few defenses right there. But now it's almost like he's just holding the title just so Judgment Day can continue to have belts. But I don't know. I'm not really mad at it, but I do like it when whoever is the champion is making much of being the champion. And Dom doesn't have to be a wrestler who's out there defending all the time. So it doesn't bother me that much. It's more like I miss the title. I don't mind Dom being the champion, if that makes sense. It's just like I wish the belt was being better utilized. And they could still tell the exact same story they're telling with Dom. But Dom being a title holder right now, and everybody in the Judgment Day being a title holder while Liv is gone, is an interesting story. I'm just curious how long they're going to keep them all champions before Liv comes back. And SummerSlam's only 2 weeks away. So Dirty Dom and Chelsea Green, I think that there's a little bit of similarity there, Justin. I think you're not fully far off, but I think I would argue that Chelsea put more into her title reign than Dom did, though, as champion. You know, like being champion, it was kind of the catalyst for Chelsea to get that whole Secret Harvest thing going, which she's still doing. But Dom, yeah. Oh, Sheamus loses his footing on the top and just acknowledges it. Acknowledges that he fell off. That's all you can do, man. Be safe. He climbs up again. And now there we go. Clothesline off the top. Sheamus just looks straight in the camera. Are you not entertained? You know what? Just owning the moment. That's a pro's pro right there, Sheamus. God bless you, dude. And thank goodness you didn't get hurt. I respect that. Yeah, I feel like they just told Sheamus to forget it, but Sheamus did take a little bit of time off after that I Want to Be Intercontinental Champion run that he had. And now that he's back, I don't see the problem in him picking it up. Could you imagine if AJ Styles becomes Intercontinental Champion at SummerSlam, and then you have AJ Styles taking on Rusev and Sheamus or Karrion Kross again, or any of those guys? That would be a really fun Intercontinental title division, I think. Oh yeah, Lyra and Bayley have a tag title match tonight. I don't see them winning that in any capacity. I feel like that's just custom made for Bayley and Lyra just to get into a fight. So, oh goodness gracious, yeah, but junk food. Let's name some more junk food. You know what? And maybe it's just because I'm a wrestling fan, but I've snapped into many a Slim Jim. I'll tell you that. When I tried to, this is going to sound funny to you guys, probably, but like once I started trying to make healthier choices and getting away from like sweets and convenience stores, my go-to is a Slim Jim usually. Like, I mean, I know the processed meat of beef jerky is not necessarily the healthiest choice, but it's healthier than just eating, empty sugar and stuff like that. So I always go for some kind of a beef jerky or a beef stick if we're doing a small little road trip. So a good old Slim Jim and a Coke Zero is your boy's go-to these days for things. But back in the day, it would be some sort of Reese's branded treat and like a Mountain Dew or something like that. Or some Chex Mix, whatever, that kind of stuff. AJ and Sheamus for the IC title would be that match would serve very well. I think the crowd would absolutely love that match. And I think they would both win the crowd over too. If they got, time to work, I think that would be an excellent match because those are two very motivated guys once the bell rings. They wrestle different styles, no pun intended. But they absolutely, I think they could complement each other really well in a match. And I have a hard time remembering if Sheamus and AJ Styles have really ever gone one-on-one for any kind of extended period of time. But, I know I'm a bit of a historian, but I nothing stands out to me. So honestly, that would probably feel like a fresh matchup. I wouldn't hate it. But yeah, Sheamus and Rusev rekindling their feud from last week with a rematch tonight. And then, of course, yeah, we still have Roman Reigns tonight. We've got a women's tag title match tonight. We've got a triple threat number one contender men's tag title match tonight to determine the new number one contenders between the LWO, American Made, and the New Day. And then we also got Sami and Karrion Kross. Dude, if Sheamus won the Intercontinental title by beating like an AJ Styles, in just a solid like earned match, whew, that would be a great cherry on the top of Sheamus's career, right there. I mean, I'm not begging for Sheamus to retire anytime soon, but he's wrestled long enough and done so many things that if he wins the IC title at any point, for me, I'd be like, whenever you want to retire, bro, you have done enough to earn the love and support of this fandom. He absolutely, as long as he lives his life in accordance of reputable standards, will 100% make the Hall of Fame one day. He's done so much. He's actually got a pretty, if you don't actually count what happened in the matches, he's actually got a pretty decent WrestleMania resume. Think about Drew McIntyre and Gunther. He's wrestled Triple H. He's wrestled Daniel Bryan. He's, wrestled a few others at WrestleMania. He's got, let's see. He's won the Royal Rumble. He's been King of the Ring. He's held both WWE and World titles. He's held everything but the Intercontinental title. So he's done that. Is AJ Styles a Grand Slam champion? I believe so. He's been WWE champion. I don't think he's ever been like Universal or World Heavyweight. He's never had that second tier world title, but he's been U.S. champion and Intercontinental champion and been tag champion. So, yeah, he's won enough to be considered a Grand Slam champion. He held every world title when he was WWE champion. That was the only top tier title in the company. So I wouldn't count it against him. Oh my gosh, Brogue Kick countered by a pop-up powerbomb from Rusev. Jeez. TNA, yes, Sophie. So the Hardys won the ladder match, which was very entertaining. The Fatal 4-Way ladder match for the TNA tag titles. And Bubba Ray Dudley came out and challenged the Hardys at Bound for Glory in October. The Dudleys and the Hardys one more time. Which, honestly, if I'm being straight here, I actually don't mind listening to Bubba Ray's like sort of wrestling philosophy on Busted Open and stuff. I think I have a lot in common. I don't have a lot in common. I agree with him a lot. But boy, oh boy, he came out a segment after AJ Styles came out and put over Leon Slater. And like, you could pinpoint the moment that Bubba Ray Dudley came out. It just sucked all the energy out of the building. Like, the show got really bad after he came out. And like, I might catch some heat from this, and I totally understand if there are fans who want to disagree with me on this. It's just my personal opinion. I think the Dudleys, as an all-time greatest tag team, are overrated. They're not a bad tag team. They're not even not a great tag team. But when you start talking about greatest tag teams of all time, most important tag teams of all time, I think they get grandfathered into conversations they maybe didn't earn. The only thing they really popularized was putting people through tables. Bully Ray absolutely could have waited to do that until Thursday, Justin. You're absolutely right. I think after they did the AJ Styles moment, they didn't need to do the Bully Ray moment. He could have come out. And also, Justin, tell me I'm wrong here. Where was Devon? If you're going to challenge him to a tag match, like, bring Devon with you. If Devon wasn't going to be there, don't do the announcement. Man, Rusev caught Sheamus off the top rope with a super kick, with a Machka kick there, but only got 2, but now he's going for the accolade. Come on, Sheamus. Sheamus already trying to crawl to the ropes, but he isn't there. Come on, Sheamus. Don't get punked out 2 weeks in a row. Let's not do this to Sheamus. This has been a solid match, man. Sheamus and Rusev, they both bring the hard-hitting action. I'm happy to see Rusev back on WWE TV, showing what he can do, that he belongs in those Sheamus, Gunther, Drew McIntyre style conversations of just a hard-hitting in-ring performer. Sheamus, almost at the ropes, but Rusev pulls his hand back, but now he's trying with the other hand. They're just pulling. Sheamus going after the eyes. I mean, Rusev going after the eyes, but Sheamus still manages the ropes anyways. And the accolade is broken. Rusev calling him a stubborn mule and smacking him in the back of the head. Justin, you're probably not wrong. Devon is probably training. Maybe he didn't want to be on TV yet. That's fair. He's kicking Sheamus, and Sheamus is like, is that all you got? Kick me again. Come on. I'm not one for recycling storylines, but you know what? You remember when they did this with Sheamus and Cesaro? Rusev didn't expose the turnbuckle. No. The little stem piece in the back. I was like, I saw him take something off, but I don't see a steel rod, but no. Oh, this time it backfires. And Rusev hits the exposed steel. Now he's got the cobwebs. This reminds me of when Sheamus and Cesaro. Oh, no. He's got the shillelagh. Rusev has it, but he eats a brogue kick, and the ref is being stupid. Come on, 1, 2. That's 3. Sheamus gets the lick back. Sheamus victorious. Rusev's cheating bites him in the accolade twice in a row. So there we go. Solid match. I wouldn't hate long-term Sheamus and Rusev having a little bit of like the bar, like that Sheamus and Cesaro rivalry where they eventually team up. I still want Sheamus to do the Intercontinental title thing. But if they're both going to be around for a while, I wouldn't mind teaming them up at some point and doing the bar kind of 2.0 because those guys would just come in and hurt people. It would be a lot of fun. Could you imagine like the Machka kick and the brogue kick as like a tandem tag finisher? That would be brutality. And I'm not talking Rhea Ripley either. I think that would be a lot of fun. El Grande Americano's backstage. Looking a little taller than he usually is. Speaking Spanish, here comes Dragon Lee. El Grande speaking 100% Spanish. There's Jason Jordan. Oh, he called Dragon Lee trash. Listen, I'm all for El Grande just cutting Spanish promos at the Luchadors. I'm for it. Oh, yeah, WWE Unreal coming to Netflix. Showing a sneak peek of Unreal. Let's see what they've got to say. It's at the Royal Rumble.
In the Rumble. Go. No. Go.
So we're seeing the speed moment, the I Show speed moment from the Rumble. Well, that's weird. That sneak peek at Unreal was basically just what we saw on camera at the Royal Rumble. There was nothing with the veil lifted in that moment. That was exactly what we saw in the broadcast of the Royal Rumble, just alternate camera angles. So that's interesting. All right. Well, it's time for the triple threat tag team match for the number one contenders to the world tag team title. The New Day coming in. Xavier Woods wearing trunks. Okay, Woods. Out here trying to show off leg day. I'll be honest. The heel New Day presentation and theme and their new Tron is pretty fire. But Woods out here arguing with kids in the front row. New Day in all black. They're still mourning the death of the tag division. So we got the New Day, the LWO, and American Made for who is going to have the next shot at the Judgment Day. Which two heel teams and one face team, and the one face team is probably the weakest team of the bunch with the LWO. So I don't know. We'll see. Okay, here's what I think. I see three scenarios here because the Judgment Day are heels and are the tag team champions. So traditional wrestling booking would tell you that the LWO was going to win this match. So you have a face-heel dynamic for the tag title match. I want American Made to win because I'm tired of the Creeds not really getting an opportunity. But honestly, all the TV time is going to the New Day. So they make the most sense from a programming standpoint to win this match. So I think what probably happens is the LWO wins, but the New Day like the New Day has it in the bag, and something silly happens to ruin their chance of winning the match. And I think the Judgment Day beat the LWO. But I hope they do that spot where is it Joaquin Wilde where they like launch him off the tag ropes and he goes like 30 feet down the aisle in the dive. I hope they do that spot because that spot is absolutely bonkers. I think it was Joaquin Wilde who was recently injured too. So I'm good to see him back. But also, they're being accompanied by Dragon Lee, so El Grande may show up to cause some trouble for the LWO. Of all the retro gimmicks that have been revived, I'm really surprised we had the LWO here because that was such a short-lived, non-celebrated gimmick in WCW. And honestly, like, I thought it was kind of lame in WCW. I was so tired of NWO ripoff gimmicks at that point, even though all the luchadors in there were brilliant workers, though. All right, here comes Ivy Nile with American Made. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Chad Gable put Ivy Nile in charge, and she is acting a bit more serious than silly Chad has been. So maybe she whips them into shape. Although, I guess I should point out, because I'm watching on Netflix internationally, the New Day are the only team that got an entrance on TV. So all the other teams are already coming in. American Made is finishing their entrance now as we're coming back from commercial. And we're actually seeing Bayley backstage instead of American Made entering the ring. This is the WrestleMania match we never thought we'd get.
Look, that's water under the bridge, okay? The game that we are playing is winning, okay? Get ready to pebble matching gear. I'll see you out there.
I kind of like Bayley here. She's just like, whatever. That was last week. Come on, we're going to win the tag titles. Just completely ignoring the fact that they fought last week, and now Lyra is thinking about the Intercontinental title. Grayson with the New Day and Dragon Lee with the LWO and Americana with American Made. Is Grayson Waller out there? I didn't see him. Well, I think this, listen, this, who knows how much time they have to work tonight, but if we're just being honest, these three teams could steal the show. I mean, because these are three really talented teams that just don't get a lot of TV time. But it'd be interesting to see what we get here. So we've got Del Toro, Kofi, and Brutus Creed in the ring right now. All right, so it's triple threat rules. There's always going to be one member of the team in the ring at the same time, I guess. Kofi gets clotheslined out of the ring. Brutus going for a German suplex, but no. Oh, man. Brutus Creed absolutely freefall drops him. Oh, I think Grayson gets involved. Okay, I got you, Justin. I got you. That makes sense. Here comes Julius Creed. Listen, man, if he stays healthy, I feel like Julius Creed one of these days could really show up and do something special. He just got suplexes for everybody. He's got both New Day members. A double overhead suplex and kip up from Julius Creed, ripping down the straps. Julius is wrestling with some fire. Man. Cody Rhodes will be on SmackDown this Friday. LWO double teaming Julius Creed now. Man, ricocheting off the top rope with a moonsault, and another moonsault for. Actually, I don't know which one is Wild and which one is Del Toro. Yeah, man, I'm hoping people stay healthy before SummerSlam, because there's some really good there's a really good matches coming together here. And who knows, maybe we'll see Seth Rollins at SummerSlam. That is the big question mark these days. Woods out here doing the Ric Flair strut. The Ric Flair, Jeff Jarrett strut. Oh. The Jackie Fargo strut. Super kicks Julius into the corner. I tell you what, Woods is really putting on his entertainment show. Eric Bischoff and Hogan are going to be on Fox Nation. Hogan's wrestling company is going to be on Fox Nation. Well, that confirmed that I was never going to watch it anyways, because I don't think I've even ended up on that channel by accident. Man, Wow. Kofi with a Irish whip basement shotgun drop kick. This nasty work. And here we are going to commercial break in this triple threat tag team match where we are determining a new number one contender for the tag team titles currently held by the Judgment Day. Man, oh man. So here we are. Another Monday Night Raw. And just doing our thing out here. And on commercial break. So just to recap again, tomorrow we'll be going live for NXT. NXT will also be in Houston. Major show for NXT. The Undertaker is promising to be there. We're going to have Fallout with Trick Williams still being TNA champion, with JC Jane now being the Knockouts champion. Blake Monroe has her first singles match tomorrow as well against Ren Sinclair. And Obafemi is defending the world title against both Inamura and Briggs in a triple threat match. So and Ricky Saints is taking on Jasper Troy as well. So NXT's got a stacked card for tomorrow. And they're going to be building new feuds as well as, maybe putting a cap on a couple of these old ones. So it should be a special night. George, the match is going okay. It's on commercial break. I mean, the crowd is politely into it, and they're not burning the building down. They're not tearing the roof off the place. But it has really been anybody's match. They seem to be taking turns with who's in control. I would say the New Day has been in the most control in the match out of anybody, but it ebbs and flows. So we're probably about a minute away from coming back onto the live feed for everybody. And right now, the Creed brothers are in control over the LWO, and the New Day's on the outside. Waiting to be tagged in. Actually, no, it's triple threat rules, so somebody in the New Day is legal. I just don't know which one it is. It was Kofi. I think he's outside the ring right now. Woods Woods just dropped off the apron to run down to check on Kofi, which I just saw happen off camera. But Kofi is not in the ring. And Woods keeps looking down at him. But, okay, Kofi just got back in the ring, though. All right, so he was just selling. All this injury talk got me nervous that something happened to Kofi off camera. But we're good. So we'll be back in about 5 seconds. Yes, Justin, that three-way match tomorrow for the NXT Championship is going to be something else. It's going to be some wild stuff. We're going to have a good time with that. Absolutely. So now we got Kofi, and I really got to learn which one is Del Toro and which one is Wild. Oh, Poison Rana. I noticed the commentators don't distinguish. Oh, okay. Del Toro. It's Del Toro. Del Toro is the one in the ring. Wild is the one on the apron. Justin, I don't think Trick Williams gets involved. I think Trick Williams is going to have his hands full. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody from TNA makes an appearance to challenge Trick. Harry Tyrell Breed, Steven, big one heist from GTA 5. That epic. Oh, man, that last heist in GTA 5, that was so much fun. I have to admit, now that I have finished the story mode for GTA 5, I'm not complaining, but that game, I'm not. Oh, wow. Joaquin Wilde just did a double backslide on the New Day. He had one with his arms, but he had the other one pinned with his legs at the same time. It was very visually impressive. GTA 5 I found to be much easier than I thought it was going to be. Now, I think you could change the difficulty level on GTA 5 more than you could on previous GTA games. But, yeah. I still had a blast with it, though. I loved the addition of heist missions, multiple heist missions in the game. Those were so much fun. Oh, Ivy Nile just interfered and shoved Joaquin Wilde off the top rope. And now Julius Creed shoves off Dragon Lee. I think things are going to start breaking down because, as you know, in triple threat matches, no DQs. And now Dragon Lee trying to get involved. And Dragon Lee taking shots at American Made. But here comes El Grande. El Grande Americano just leveled Dragon Lee. Now the Creed brothers are pushing back El Grande Americano, telling him to stay away. Here comes Del Toro with a corkscrew off the top, splashing in the ring. So now we've got Wilde alone with the New Day. Are they about to do the demolition decapitation? Oh, no. Okay. Misses the stomp. Roll up from Wilde. LWO. LWO wins with the sneaky roll-up pin. What did I tell you? Basic wrestling booking, face versus heel. The LWO steals the win and will face the Judgment Day sometime soon. They're the number one contenders now. But El Grande Americano standing at the back of the entranceway, staring down the LWO. So, yeah, LWO with the win. So, yeah, it's a big surprise win. Everybody else looks disappointed. The New Day is crying to the ref. American Made just looks ticked off. And LWO celebrating. All right, and now we're just plugging podcasts. All right. Let's see what we got next, everybody. Oh, talking about Dom Mysterio and his alleged injury. So Adam Pearce did say last week that Dominic would be evaluated by medical personnel on Raw this week to determine if he's going to be defending the title at SummerSlam. They pulled the tennis coach in the house and said, "Yeah, that's not my house." So great. Hey, it's Io and the Kabuki Warriors. Io just talking to the Kabuki Warriors, but now Stephanie Vaquer talking to Io. Ooh, Stephanie thinking about challenging Io prematurely. Oh, crowd popped big. Io said, "Stephanie, you want to go? Let's go tonight." Stephanie versus Io tonight in Houston. Woo, let's go. We're going to get shenanigans probably, but that's okay. At least we might get a little something. Stephanie and Io tonight. I ride with Io, but hey, you know what? Still, this is awesome. Yeah, that was the loudest I've heard Houston since the opening of the show. So they're here for Io and Stephanie. we're getting a recap of the Night 1 WrestleMania main event between Punk, Roman, and Seth. Got to be gearing us up for Roman's segment. Although, if Roman didn't open the show, surely he's going to be the main event segment, I would think, which we've still got a good hour and a half till. We're only halfway through the show. So we're going to be at the 6 o'clock hour. So whatever is coming in now would probably be an important segment. But we'll see what happens. It feels nowadays. Okay, they're just advertising that Roman will be on tonight. Back in the traditional TV days, I would say that, who was coming on at the top of every hour was going to be an important part of the show. But at this point, I feel like now that they're on Netflix, it's like whoever's opening the show and whoever's closing the show is like your most important stuff. They're doing an interview segment on commercial break. Trick Williams is here. Holding the TNA title on Monday Night Raw. So I'm Vic Joseph here, the lead commentator from NXT. Asking Trick, have you silenced your doubters?
One-time North American champ, your two-time NXT champ, your TNA, your Triple A champion. Let's talk about it. Look, I like your confidence. I've known you for a long time, since the first day you stepped into the Performance Center. I know how confident you are. I know that you're
talking about Trick's confidence.
I know you want everyone to believe in you, but there's still one man who questions you, and you're going to confront that individual tomorrow, right here in Houston, at the 713 Music Hall, live on NXT. That man, that phenom, I should say, that you're going to confront is none other than The Undertaker.
Trick confronting The Undertaker confirmed tomorrow on NXT.
So I stood on business and I told him to move. But Undertaker, since you want to talk then. Because you out here popping off like your knees ain't got no expiration date.
Ho!
I'm glad you like to roll your eyes to the back of your head, because I might just knock your ass out tomorrow, huh?
Trick just said you out here popping off like your knees ain't got no expiration date. And he said, maybe I'm going to knock you out. You keep rolling your eyes in the back of your head.
It's all going down to the 713 Music Hall live here in Houston tomorrow.
Okay. We're coming back to Monday Night Raw, but man, Trick standing on business. I'm excited to see what putting Trick in a segment with The Undertaker is important. That's a big thing. You think about the people Undertaker has come back to give his stamp of approval on throughout the past. Bray Wyatt, Braun Breaker, Rhea Ripley, like rest in peace, Bray. But all of those guys, main event talents. All right. Okay, here's Dom and Adam Pearce backstage. And there's a janitor backstage, which is totally AJ Styles. AJ Styles is 100% that guy mopping the floor backstage.
I'm not stalling. I already told you they texted me. They need my help. What are you doing? I'm not cleared, AJ.
The floor is wet. I don't want you to slip. The New Day.
There's another Grande Americana. The only thing that makes sense is that it is a janitor, like you should have been from the start. We're the greatest tag team of all time. And the greatest tag team of all time. We gotta do something to restore some order,
New Day saying they got to restore order in the tag division. And here comes Grayson Waller.
Austin Theory is A-Town down. Like, even when he got himself injured, A-Town is finally down 240 counts. Dave White, come on back.
Austin Theory's injured?
I'm a free agent. Big G. Yeah.
Big G. How dare you? How dare you, Grayson Waller? How dare you stand where he stood? Grayson Waller just trying to throw himself into the New Day. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah. But man, AJ and Dom's work together. AJ is doing so much good work right now. I love it. Okay, here comes the man. Becky Lynch, your Intercontinental Champion. Justin, I heard that they were considering putting Omos in AAA, which I think would be amazing because he would stand out huge in AAA with all the luchadors, and he could just straight up murder those guys. I mean, you know, metaphorically speaking. But, like, could you imagine? Like, it would be like watching WrestleMania 3 when King Kong Bundy was fighting the little people. Like, putting Omos in AAA, I think, would be a lot of fun. Becky is still wearing red. She wore red and yellow last week to do the Becky Hogan bit, which was brilliant. It works for me, brother. But, yeah. Yeah, of course, Lyra wins the 2 out of 3 falls match last week. And they said, yeah, here comes the real American brother, Becky Hogan. Yeah, watch AJ Styles be the doctor who evaluates Dominic Mysterio. That'd be hilarious. So the Raw preview on WWE.com said Becky Lynch is going to have a proposal for Lyra Valkyria. So I'm wondering if there's going to be a stipulation to their match at SummerSlam. I'm very curious how this will go. But that they used very specific language on WWE.com that she would have a proposal for her. So let's see what Becky has to say. Here she comes. Yeah, Austin Theory likely going to be a face when he comes back. Yeah, she's got the yellow wristband. By the way, Becky Lynch, absolutely 100% in the discussion for best female promo in the business right now. You plug that movie, Becky. Saying you should be in New York instead of Houston is a nice vibe. I held everybody down, but at least I'm honest about it. I think that I think if Austin comes back as a face, I think he could do really well if they book him correctly. So he said Lyra's really the one stealing all the opportunities. Who needs 2 titles? Oh, that's funny. Coming from Becky. That was different. That was revolutionary. George is predicting an I Quit match. All right. Well, Becky's calling out Lyra. They didn't even play her music. They didn't play the woo part of her music. But the crowd's trying to woo along with it anyway. And Lyra's already coming out in her gear, so I'm imagining the tag title match may happen after this segment. All right, Becky and Lyra eyeing each other up and down. Okay, the trilogy ends at SummerSlam 1-1. Okay, so now she's saying if she beats Lyra, Lyra can't challenge for the IC title ever again.
Maybe my problem is I never take it quite far enough. So I accept your turn. Here's mine. No countouts, no disqualification. There must be a winner.
Okay, no DQ, no count out. So basically a street fight. Becky says, okay, fine. So it's the same stipulation, but it's also no DQ, no count out.
Before you go, you have done nothing but disrespect me for months. You will not disrespect the gravitas of this match. This is the most important match this title will ever have because it will determine the future of this championship. So you will respect this match and you will respect me.
Becky saying don't disrespect the title, don't disrespect this match or this moment. She's asking for a handshake. Don't do it, Lyra. Come on. Don't be stupid, Lyra. Oh, and she hits Becky with her own move. And now here comes Bayley for the tag match, surely, right? But no DQ, no count out. You mean to tell me that you don't think Bayley will get involved? Part of me wonders, well, it's not a last woman standing match. A last woman standing match, you have to get up, you have to be out for the count of 10. It's kind of like a street fight. They're not calling it a street fight. They're just no DQ, no count out. But you know what I'm wondering? If it's no DQ and no count out, what's to keep Bayley from interfering in this match at SummerSlam? And what if Bayley, I mean, I would say she turned, but what if she fully turns and aligns herself with Becky? Kind of like how Bayley and Sasha used to hang together. I don't know. We'll see.
It still doesn't provide me any clarification as to why in the hell Lyra and Bayley are expected to team up
All right, here comes the ladies of the Judgment Day, Raquel and Roxy, defending the women's tag team titles against Bayley and Lyra. I 100% think Roxy and Raquel are going to retain here. And Dominic Mysterio is out with them. Okay. I don't think we'll see Charlotte and Alexa because Charlotte and Alexa are they're like the new number one contenders, right? So I imagine they'll probably get the match at SummerSlam against Raquel and Roxy, you think? Or has that already been booked? All right. Becky and Bayley and Naomi as a group would be a lot of fun. I don't see Naomi pairing up with anybody right now because she's so crazy. But I wouldn't be mad at Becky and Bayley for a brief amount of time at least. Charlotte and Alexa are the number one contenders. All right, so they'll get a title shot at SummerSlam. I'll tell you what though, we're not going to get two matches out of Lyra at SummerSlam, but Charlotte and Alexa versus Lyra and Bayley would be a good tag match. But we ain't doing all that. What's crazy is they're doing the ring announcing of announcing both teams with the spotlight during the commercial break. So is the match just going to have started when we come back from commercial break? I'm very curious about this. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I wouldn't hate Becky and Bayley teaming up after SummerSlam for that. All right. There's actually a pretty good ovation for the Judgment Day. Probably for Raquel. They're in Houston. And I know she's a Texas girl. Actually, Roxy's a Texas girl too, isn't she? So Judgment Day is kind of the baby, not the baby faces, but they are the crowd favorites in this match. So interesting. All right. Well, the match has started, and we're not out of commercial break, so that's a little weird, but here we go. Bayley and Roxy are starting off the match together, and yeah, so see what we got here. Okay, so yeah, Roxy is from Laredo, Texas. Okay. And I think Raquel is from El Paso. I know Dom is from Eddie was from El Paso, not Ray. Sorry, his other son. No, I think no, because Roxy defended the titles at Evolution in the four-way match. But we're back in 5 seconds here now that the match is underway. Oh, yeah. Liv is going to nuke the entire Judgment Day, I feel like, when she comes back, which I think could be really fun if they play it right. They're already playing the sort of insane aspect with Naomi. But if they can make Liv just a little bit crazy when she comes back after all of this stuff that's happened in her absence, not a bad idea. Just saying. All right. Here comes Raquel in the ring. Crowd behind Raquel.
It's like when we go, somebody beat Calgary and they call Toronto home. Texas is like practically as big as Canada. Texas is a state.
Okay. Slow pace here. Yeah, like Liv did to Rhea. Yeah, so the crowd is chanting dirty Dom. They're chanting for Dom. So yeah, Judgment Day, they're 100% behind the Judgment Day in this match. So Bayley and Lyra are going to have their work cut out for them. Try to get the crowd behind them. Bayley trying to tag Lyra and Lyra drawing back like she's about to swing on her. They're really playing up the distrust pretty heavily with Lyra in regards to Bayley. Also, strike two, Houston, because you can screw off with chanting for Dom when these four women are busted or trying to bust themselves in the ring. You already wadded Gunther, and then on top of that, you already wadded Gunther in the beginning of the night, and now you're chanting for Dom when these other four ladies are trying to do stuff. That's yeah.
Attempt to clear Dominic tonight for Summerslam match with AJ's side. Dominic is here to provide moral support for the women's tag team champions. Oh, perhaps physical support like last week. Cover now by Roxanne off the double team and a kick out by Bayley. Excellent. Classic team strategy.
Oh man. Yeah. I think Dom probably is first on the axe list for sure. I mean, I'm not totally discounting that Finn might still cost Dom the title. If he wants to like kind of push him out a little bit, you know? But yeah. Yeah, I think when Liv fully returns, she'll come after Roxy and Raquel. Bayley's trying to get the crowd to woo for Lyra Valkyria, and Lyra's just getting distracted by it. I see the story they're telling here, and I applaud them for trying to tell the story in the match, but Houston just isn't really buying into the story that's being told right now. They would rather just cheer for Dom, which is kind of annoying, to be honest, because Dom's not really trying to steal the spotlight right now. And that's the kind of thing about modern wrestling crowds that I don't care for, is when crowds kind of start choosing who they want to be interested in when the show is trying to present you with something. Like, this is so different from last week in Huntsville or Birmingham. They're chanting AJ Styles at Dom. Like, Houston sucks, dude. I hope they're better on NXT tomorrow. Like, they're totally disregarding the women in this match and just chanting at Dom the whole match long. And anyway, yeah. Houston's overrated. This is sorry, I just realized this is happening in the commercial break, so some of you guys aren't seeing this, but they don't know they're on commercial break. Bayley out here trying to get the crowd to woo along for Lyra. And I think Bayley's trying to keep the attention on their match and not on Dom. But she's doing the work.
Something going on there. What are you implying?
Anyways, yeah, if AJ was out there ringside, that would explain a little bit of the AJ chanting. If he's hiding somewhere at ringside, that'd be a little more forgivable. But also, like, don't get ahead of the story, crowd. Anyway, but yeah, AJ, I'm enjoying the work that AJ's putting in right now to try to sort of hunt down Dom like Bugs Bunny to Dominic's Elmer Fudd.
You talk about Dirty Dom. I'm going to talk about the power of Raquel Rodriguez. Cover to retain. Lyra kicks out. I'm not talking about you. I'm calling a tag title match. Hey, you have something for Roxanne?
Michael Cole just yelling at Dom, "Do you got something for Roxanne?" He's like, "Who?" Being absolutely nutty. Oh my gosh. Well, we're back off commercial break. And, there are things happening in the match, but the crowd seems, I don't know, man, just a little flat, which is unfortunate. Yeah, I feel like 1 week where like we're just one or two moments away from AJ Styles dressing as the cameraman. There are a lot of commercials, George. There have been a lot of commercial breaks tonight. And I feel like Netflix could really cut down on that, to be honest. Corey Graves just name dropped Tully Blanchard with Raquel doing the slingshot suplex. So first of all, credit to Corey Graves in that history drop, but also, are we testing the waters to see if Tessa shows up tomorrow? Listen, man, I'd be all for it because Tessa's from Texas too, I think. No, she's from North Carolina. Sorry. That's right, because I keep forgetting Magnum TA is her stepfather. All right, tag back into Roxy. Roxy dives and stops Lyra from making the tag to Bayley. Bayley's definitely going to be our hot tag. Lyra lunges and finally gets the tag to Bayley, so we got Bayley and Roxy in the ring now. The feud that was never resolved. Roxy in the corner, Bayley charging. Doesn't really do anything. Just starts throwing a few punches. Oh, strands Roxy right there in the middle rope and drops 2 knees on her. Oh, sunset flip powerbomb into the buckle. Only 2, though. Crowd is dead, man. Crowd's just dead, and this sucks, man. I hate it because these ladies are working pretty hard, but they are just sitting on their hands. Great interfering clothesline along the apron from Raquel onto Bayley when the ref doesn't see. And all right, Raquel tags back into Roxy. And she's going for another slingshot suplex onto Bayley, but it's a little sloppy. It's like a slingshot jackhammer almost. And now here comes Roxy. The lion salt, but lands on the knees. Yeah, I mean the match is pretty good. They're not getting their due credit. Running knee from Bayley. Only 2 from Roxy. All right, Bayley reaching out to tag Lyra. Lyra going up top. And, oh, gosh. Leg drop to the back of the head of Roxy. Bayley and Raquel now battling outside the ring. Only a 2 count for Lyra. Lyra maybe going to go for Nightwing. Here we go. She's got in the middle of the ring, but reversed. Lyra thrown into the corner. Roxy throwing hands in the corner. Going up top, maybe a superplex. Yeah, I imagine Roman's closing the show, Sophie, because if he didn't open it, he was closing it. Superplex incoming. Oh, nope. Lyra slips out. We got a powerbomb coming out of the corner. Running powerbomb. Lyra's got her down. She waving off. She tags Bayley. Bayley coming in off the top. Elbow off the top for Bayley. Here comes Raquel. Breaks up the pin.
Many matches that you and I have called, I've never seen anything break down quite like this. Well, it just doesn't make sense. I think Lyra's still trying to figure out what the hell Bayley's all about. It didn't work out.
Okay. I think Lyra trying to prove that she's not trying to steal the show, steal the moments from Bayley and tagging her in. Dom now interfering on the apron. And now roll up from Roxy. 1, 2, only 2. She had the tights, but it wasn't enough. Spin kick caught. Knee to the mouth from Bayley to Roxy. Now Lyra is coming around and getting in Dom's face, but here comes Raquel. Raquel misses a big boot and plasters Dom in the face. Now what? Where's Lyra? Raquel just standing around looking goofy, standing over Dom. Lyra back in the ring, and boom. Sort of a baseball slide drop kick. Now Bayley and Roxy alone in the ring. Roxy, they're going for clotheslines that missing each other. A double face buster? Both women are down. Oh, no. Medical personnel here to check out on Dom. Wait a minute. Here comes a doctor. It's AJ Styles. AJ Styles giving him CPR. AJ giving him CPR. Dom runs through the ring and is running back up the aisleway. AJ out of the ring. Oh, there's Becky. Becky Lynch is keeping Lyra from getting in the ring. Face plants her on the apron, and the ref doesn't see it. Crawls back under the ring. Bayley does not have Lyra to tag. Bayley's all alone. Roll up coming from Roxy. 2, a kick out. Roll up. 2, only 2. Lyra's done, but Bayley doesn't know it yet. Blind tag to Raquel, who's still hiding. Bayley to belly. A sloppy Bayley to belly. But here comes Raquel with a Tahana bomb. That's going to do it. 1, stat 2, with the Rhea Ripley pin, too. Dang. Well, successful title defense. That was a hot finish. Once AJ showed up, and then Becky shows up. AJ and Becky both showing up in the match. What do you know? Great little sequence there. The Bayley to belly wasn't the cleanest, but it's okay. So Raquel and Roxanne move on to SummerSlam to face Charlotte and Alexa, the Alliance of Convenience. Yeah, I don't think any of us believed Bayley and Lyra were going to win. That just would have wholly complicated multiple storylines, and I don't think they were about to do that at all. Sami Zayn backstage. Ribs are taped up to face Karrion Kross. Jackie Redmond says she's surprised to see him.
Jackie, I'm not sent back to the probably could have used a little bit more time. Honestly, this does not need to drag on any longer. Because it was one thing when Kross was talking and lurking in the shadows, his cryptic messages, and he's trying to corrupt you, or whatever it is he's trying to do. But now he's getting in the way of my goal. I missed last week because of him. You know what would have happened last week? I would have been in that gauntlet match. I would have won that gauntlet match. I would have had a world championship opportunity. He took that away.
Okay. Sami Zayn, not 100%, taking on Karrion Kross. And this is a great opportunity to put Karrion Kross over, I got to say, with Sami already hurt, you know? So let's hope. Because if an injured Sami beats Karrion Kross, the internet's going to have a hard time. I'm going to tell you right now. And here it comes, Sami Zayn. Oh. It's hard not to sing along with Sami's music. All right. Drop those predictions in the comments. Sami Zayn or Karrion Kross. Who do you got? Who do you think takes the dub here on Monday Night Raw? Once again, if you're joining us, hello. Welcome to Marked by Wrestling. We are marching our way towards having memberships and super chats and opening those up to everybody. If you want to support the channel in the meantime, you can do so below. We are live tonight for Monday Night Raw. We will be live as well tomorrow for NXT, which is also emanating from Houston, Texas, with a massive show coming down the pike. We're going to get a debut from Blake Monroe in singles competition, getting a triple threat match for the NXT title between Obafemi, Josh Briggs, and Yoshi Inamura. We should be seeing a face-off in some form or fashion between TNA champion Trick Williams and The Undertaker. And I'm sure, whether we like it or not, we will hear from the new double champion, JC Jane. And so we'll see. We'll see what comes. Justin is calling for Kross with Braun or Reed's help. Honestly, I would love to see Karrion Kross. I'm going to call Karrion Kross winning this match just because Sami can't overcome his injuries. I think that is enough of a reason to put Kross over that still is protective of Sami. Sami can still march toward his goals, as he says. And I am behind the agenda for Sami to march toward the world title for next year's WrestleMania. I hope we get that, especially in the Royal Rumble. As Karrion Kross, so Karrion Kross is getting the entrance during the commercial break. I will let you know how the Houston crowd responds to Kross's entrance. We see Scarlett, the lovely Scarlett. All right. There's a reaction for Kross when he enters out. I think it's pretty dope that Kross is still getting his full produced entrance, even though it's during a commercial break, which is a nice touch. Interesting. They moved the steps to the side of the ring directly opposite from the entrance, or right up a line the entrance when Kross makes his entrance. I never noticed that. Let's see when they hit from black and white to color if the crowd pops any further, if there's a second pop. Yeah. Houston pop for Karrion Kross. CM Punk, big pop tonight. Sami Zayn had a pretty good pop when he came out. I think there have been good backstage pops for AJ Styles every time he's shown up and been revealed on the show as chasing down Dom. Karrion Kross didn't get a bad pop either. I don't know if I'd call it big. Once this show is over and we have seen Roman Reigns, that is going to put every other pop into perspective. I know that. So, anyway, it is an intriguing thing. The commercial break, this commercial break is showing Oh, no. Are you guys seeing the recap of Roman Reigns getting speared by Braun Breaker? Yeah, it doesn't look like that's a commercial break thing. So, anyway, yeah, we might get Roman and Braun at SummerSlam. Honestly, I kind of hope we get Roman and Jay versus Braun and Bronson. Put that in a tag match. And then when you have that as a tag match, both of those guys tied up in a tag match, you have an extra slot for one more match at SummerSlam. And I would absolutely love for these big four shows to make more time. You know what I mean? So we're probably so we've already got Cody and Scott, Punk and Gunther. We've already got Charlotte and Alexa against Judgment Day. If we did Roman and Jay versus Braun and Braun, you've got Naomi and Io and Rhea. You've got Tiffany and Jade. Probably we'll have, Nikki Bella is hopping on Cody's bus for his podcast. Oh, Shawn Michaels is going to be on Undertaker's podcast. I might have to check that out. I wonder if they'll tell any good stories. But yeah, I hope that we actually get on SummerSlam. Maybe we get Rey Fenix and Andrade versus the Wyatts instead of on SmackDown. But I have a feeling that'll be on SmackDown. Okay, Dom is walking backstage. He's looking for AJ Styles. Here's Adam Pearce.
You want to stall so long. Let me tell you something. Today's going to end one of two ways. Either you're going to give me that Intercontinental title and fight a new champion, or you're going to walk in the medical and you're going to get that doctor's evaluation. Like now. See you in better.
Dom acts like such a middle schooler. Adam Pearce just cornered Dom in front of Finn and JD. And basically said, I'm either stripping you the IC title now or you're coming with me to medical. And he's like, now? This is my title. It's acting like such a sixth grader. And then Finn and JD was like, make sure you get a lollipop. Taunting him a little bit. So, yeah, we're gonna find out before the end of the show if we're getting AJ versus Dom at SummerSlam, which I think 100% we're doing. So we'll see. All right, Karrion Kross and Sami Zayn, the match has started. Kross just talking junk in Sami's ear while he's got him and had him in a reverse bear hug, trying to squeeze on those ribs. Knee by Sami Zayn, chops to Karrion Kross. More chops. Suplex. Back bump by Karrion Kross. If you know, you know. Back elbow from Kross. There's dueling chants in the crowd. Let's go Sami, let's go Kross chants. And Kross is egging it on from the crowd like a conductor. Yeah, Scarlett doesn't get involved nearly enough as far as like valets go. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, I totally believe AJ Styles is going to show up in that medical review. That might be my favorite thing of the night so far is just AJ slowly stalking Dom throughout the night.
Sami just doubles over in pain again as he drops to one knee. And it's mindsets like yours that force Sami into this situation. You call Dirty Dom a coward, but you think Sami Zayn's a hero. That's all Kross is trying to say, that Sami isn't what he thinks he is. Sami Zayn fighting back, however. Hey, all
right, mounted punches in the corner from Sami.
Listen to the nearly 13,000 in this corner here tonight. And one thing I believe will Sami Zayn to a world championship, which is the ultimate goal for this man that he's had to put on the back burner because of this guy Kross. Listen, I will never argue the connection that Sami Zayn has with the WWE Universe. It is indisputable.
Clothesline over the top from Sami. Karrion spills it to the outside. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Dom's going to jump huge. Absolutely. We see that happen. Arabian Press moonsault to the outside. Shout out to Sabu from Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn does the Sabu point, but I think people have already forgotten, sadly. Not a big pop for that. Oh, there's Scarlett gets involved. Kick to the ribs. And Sami folds like a cheap card table. So Sami's crumpled on the outside, reeling in pain. So, yeah, all right. Well, how's everybody doing tonight? What do you think? What SummerSlam match are you looking forward to the most while we're on commercial break? As that card is filling out with what we've got right now, we've got obviously Cody and Cena, we've got Punk and Gunther, we've got maybe AJ and Dom. That hasn't been announced yet. We've got the women's tag titles, we've got the women's intercontinental title, and then we got Jade and Tiffany. We've got the three-way with Naomi, Io, and Rhea. That might be the one I'm looking forward to the most right now. Naomi, Io, and Rhea. And I am curious just to see what the story will be with Cody and Cena. If Cena will yet retain again and keep the belt for longer going into the end of his retirement year. We'll see what happens. Karrion Kross has a triangle choke on Sami right now and just punching him in the head while we're still in commercial. Yeah, the SummerSlam card is really shaping up. I think it's going to be really good. I think it's going to be a good week of TV, too. I think Raw, SmackDown, and NXT will all be really entertaining. Also, we've got probably, a little less than an hour left in the show. I think we're still supposed to get Stephanie Vaquer versus Io Sky. Because Io challenged Stephanie tonight backstage. So we'll see what we get. Scarlett just yapping to the ref right now about slow counts. So there we go. Oh, boy. Yeah, they've still had funny moments, but Carlito did have a unique brand of humor being a part of the Judgment Day. As we're coming back from our commercial break now. But we'll see. They're still doing pretty good work without him, though. I mean, they even still have a PlayStation. So, and I thought that was a done deal. Second. George, the match is kind of in its slow lull right now. Karrion Kross pretty well in control. Some people have turned on fireflies here in the crowd. I don't know what for, but Kross does have some support from the crowd, though. I'll give him credit there. Yeah, a lot of people have turned on their fireflies here in the crowd, which is interesting. I mean, because Kross, obviously, just because he's got a little bit of a dark character doesn't mean it's a Wyatt. Reversal from Sami Zayn. Big clothesline.
Sami refusing to stay down, somehow finding the will to soldier forward. They trying to beat off the WWE fans. Sami in the corner, serious pain, elbow to the face of Kross.
All right, Sami trying to work his way back up. Sami, another chop, running up to the walking the ropes. Tornado DDT from Sami Zayn. Still holding his ribs, though. Only gets a 2 count for the tornado DDT. Okay. Kross still selling the DDT. Crowd's starting to get behind Sami. All right, he runs Sami into the corner and just shoulder strikes into that midsection, into those injured ribs. You know, Justin, if the culling did get called up, I think Kross should be the leader of the culling more so than Shawn Spears. I think you take that other dude out of the culling. You could put Josh Briggs in there instead. I think you suggested that on NXT a couple weeks ago. And have Kross, Spears, Briggs, and Izzy, and Tatum. Oh, and Scarlett, obviously. That wouldn't be bad. You could have Scarlett come out with Izzy and Tatum, too, not just Karrion. Sami's going for a sunset flip powerbomb. Only two. Uh-oh. Scarlett's got a pipe under the ring, and she's getting Karrion's attention for it. She's trying to get it to him. Kross. She couldn't hand it to him, though. Oh, Sami went for the blue thunder bomb, but too weak. Exploder suplex into the corner. And Sami gets dropped, but now Scarlett gives him the pipe, though. Sami looking for the haluva kick, probably. And the ref has his back turned. But surely he's going to turn around when he runs for the haluva kick. Oh, Scarlett now holding his boot, gets the ref's attention to get him out of position. Oh, just plasters him across the ribs with that pipe. Gets a pop from the crowd. And that's 3. Karrion Kross with the dub. And I think Karrion Kross has a bloody nose. Yeah. Kross is bleeding. Oh, wow. Yeah. Scarlett kissed him, and she got a little blood on her, too. And oh, dang. Scarlett, good for you, man. No. Kross won clean, George. Kross won clean. The ref didn't see the pipe shot. And then he pinned Sami. Who do I think would look better with Kross, the culling or Dark State? 100% the culling. Dark State is more of a retribution, havoc-wreaking kind of faction, but the culling is really has more of a dark philosophy than they are into chaos. And I think that's more of Kross. All right, AJ Styles is outside the doctor's office, waiting for news with Adam Pearce. Finish the evaluation. Oh my gosh, they're dragging it out. Oh! Dom just attacked AJ from behind with the belt. Okay, now Dom says, I'll see you at SummerSlam. Change of pace from Dom out of nowhere. So, okay, here comes Io Sky. So we're about to get Io Sky versus Stephanie Vaquer 1-on-1. Big pop for Io Sky. Yeah, they're going to have to do something really special for Dom to retain at SummerSlam. I think his days are up. All right. Okay, Io's getting the 8K camera entrance. Dude, I love Io so much. She's so great. And I love the crowd loving her too, you know? So it's all good. Man, oh man. All right, so we got Io Sky versus Stephanie Vaquera coming up next. I have to imagine we're not getting a clean finish for this match, because how do you get Stephanie over clean? Like, I don't know. They kind of. I think you're right, George. I think Naomi's going to get involved here. Naomi might get involved, and then Rhea might get involved, and it'll probably just be one big cluster, I'm imagining. But 100%, you book yourself into a corner if one of these ladies loses clean to the other one. So I don't think so. I think we'll probably see Rhea and Naomi in this match. I could see Naomi interfering to hurt Io to try to get an advantage going into SummerSlam, which will then bring out Rhea, and Stephanie will probably want some of that smoke too. No, they won't make it a fatal four-way. No, because Stephanie is already the next one up. So, whatever they do at whatever they do at SummerSlam in 2 weeks, let's see, second, third, 4 weeks, like 4 weeks after SummerSlam is Clash in Paris, and Stephanie's already got a title match locked in for there. So I don't think they'll add Stephanie, but they'll want her to stay strong, though. I think they want Io and Stephanie to stay strong. So we'll see what happens. I wonder if even next week we could get like Io and Stephanie versus Rhea and Naomi or something. Just where like a tag match where like everybody hates each other. But yeah, we'll absolutely get some kind of non-finish here. But it'll be fun to see them test each other out. I'm looking forward to it. So I think Io will probably win by DQ if it's not a no contest altogether. Both ladies are getting the 8K entrance. Stephanie's is on commercial break, but they're using the 8K camera on her too. La Primera. All right, so Clash in Paris will be on a Sunday also. Clash in Paris will be on a Sunday, August 31st. So here we go. Not Rhea Ripley. Io Sky versus Stephanie Vaquera. 24th episode of Raw from Houston, Texas. Also 15 PLEs, including WrestleMania X7 and WrestleMania 25. Not the 25th anniversary of WrestleMania as they are tried to sell it. Because the 25th anniversary of WrestleMania would have been WrestleMania 26. Who's here? That Mexican OT, a Texas rapper. Never heard of him. Mattress Mac. I have heard of him. Massive gambler. Corey Graves just did a Conrad Thompson impression on Raw. Hey, Bruce, chat me up about Mattress Mac. What in the heck, dude? That's wild. Okay. Sophie, Raw hasn't been bad. Gunther's opening promo was good. The ongoing segments they did with AJ Styles and Dom Mysterio have been great. I thought the ladies' tag match was good, but the crowd sucked. And I'm happy that they have booked Io versus Stephanie tonight, but I'm not expecting there to be a clean finish here. I think this will be the main event match. I think this will be the last match of the night because we'll have Roman Reigns close the show. Dueling chants for La Primera and Io Sky. I've been disappointed in the crowd from time to time tonight, though. They really sat on their hands for the women's tag match, which I thought deserved better than that. And then the men's tag match wasn't bad. It was kind of a quick, the finish kind of came out of nowhere, but that's okay. So I think it's been a decent show. I'll probably give it an 8 so far. We'll see how it ends. I mean, Roman can certainly turn a whole show on a dime, so we'll see what happens. Reversals here between Vicaire and Io. Yeah, I agree with that, Sophie. I think Texas crowds can be a little confused. Yeah, I know the LWO came out of nowhere because they have all these heel teams on Raw, and they're like one of the only babyface teams other than the War Raiders, and they needed a babyface team to take on the Judgment Day. I tell you what, this crowd doesn't deserve Io versus Stephanie. Like, yeah, I think the NXT Texas crowd will be hot because also they're in Houston, which is where Booker T is from. So they're in Booker T's hometown. They'll be hot for NXT. Io stomped on Stephanie's heels. My straw cradle. This has been a good match so far. I don't have a lot to say. All right, they pause and the crowd gives some applause. But I'll tell you what, if this match was happening in Atlanta or Birmingham, the crowd would be on fire right now. Oh, yeah, Houston got all in 2 weeks ago. I feel like Houston is just waiting for Stephanie to try to hit the devil's kiss because every time she stands and pauses and looks at the crowd, they start cheering like they're going to get it. And when she does anything but that, they deflate immediately. And I'm like, dude, it's just a butt move. Like, calm down. She's actually far better than just that move. Charge from Io through the ropes. Boom, suicide dive wipes out Stephanie Vicaire. Io breaking up the count. Oh, Io going to go for a moonsault to the outside. Asai moonsault gets nowhere, and Stephanie's waiting for her with a super kick. Back in the ring. Now Stephanie springboards off. Her turn. Springboard plancha off the top. Wonder how many people they're going for going to an NXT show tomorrow tonight. I mean, with the way they stack that card, I imagine I think it's going to be close to sold out. That's my guess. But we'll see. Because, well, hold on, it was Arlington, right, where that had All In, not Houston. But they're on the commercial break now. Unless they go the full 3 hours tonight, which I think is unlikely. I imagine there's probably not going to be a whole lot of time left in the match once they come back from commercial break. and we'll probably see that. Oh, yeah, once she eventually goes for the Devil's Kiss, it's going to be the crowd's going to wake up. All the thirsty dudes in the crowd are going to start cheering for sure. Because that move brings it out of them. So, sorry. It's been a bit of a long day. Yeah, I mean, Raw, it feels like they only go the 3 hours when they really need it. So, like, the Raw after WrestleMania was a 3-hour Raw. And I wonder if maybe, what would be nice is if they did every Raw that was after a Big Four as a 3-hour show. Like, maybe the Raw after SummerSlam would be a good 3-hour Raw, or after Survivor Series, when they're gearing up to the next phase of storytelling, that they could set the tone. I think that would be good. It's about a minute and a half left on commercial time. But yeah, I think Raw's been solid tonight. It hasn't really blown me away. I think there hasn't been anything that's like really knocked my socks off. But nevertheless, I think part of it is, I think my favorite part of Raw, knowing that we haven't seen the Roman segment yet, is probably just the ongoing story with AJ Styles. I think he's really been the most entertaining. A Coldplay kiss cam with the Devil's Kiss. Oh my gosh, I would not want to see multiple dude reactions. Me hearing Booker T is enough. When she was in NXT, and the crowd chanting along with that at this point, getting that over, which is wild. It's pretty funny though, Justin. All right, so we're about 20 seconds away from coming back to the live feed here, where Stephanie and Io just kind of had a move for move kind of like, they're both getting the best out of each other. Nobody's really in control, although it looks like Io will slightly be in control once we come back from the break here in 3, 2, 1. And Io drops Stephanie with some kind of slam there as we're back. Yeah, I know. The Booker T commentary, like he's a good soundbite commentator. I don't sit through the commercials, Sophie. I'm just saying that for everybody else's sake. I've noticed that while the matches continue during the commercial breaks, they tend to tone it down a notch during the commercial breaks, and it's not as exciting. And also the crowd doesn't really stay as hot either. Oh man. Oh, like a fairy tale ending kind of knee drop. It's hard to describe, but great move from Stephanie Vaquera. So yeah, I don't get commercials through here, but I only really commentate if something interesting is happening, like an interview segment or noting entrance pops and stuff. All right, people thought she was going to do the Devil's Kiss again. They started to get excited. She is teasing the heck out of Houston. I'll give them this. Oh, crossface from Io. Haven't seen that move in a while. Booker T with a cold black cam with Sharmell behind him. They should do that Undertaker AJ Styles meme with Booker T and Sharmell every time he's going, ah. All right, 619. Oh, but drives Stephanie's head into the mat instead, rather than just a kick. Io going for another Asai moonsault, and this time she gets all of it and drops Stephanie Vaquera. Throwing Stephanie back in. I mean, they're having quite a 2 or 3 segment match here. Io Sky coming off the top, missile drop kick. And here comes the Io emote. There we go. Gets a pop from the crowd. All right. Oh, roll up turns into a double stomp by Io. Crowd clapping along. Oh, double knees right into the turnbuckle. German suplex from Stephanie. Stephanie now sizing up Io in the corner from the opposite side. And nope, Io gets around, gets a German suplex of her own. Very quiet now all of a sudden. Both of these ladies selling a lot. I'll give you this. And it's a very good match. I mean, oh my gosh. Suicide dive, sunset flip Bower bomb to the outside. But Stephanie blocks it and drops a knee on Io's throat. Oh, we're going to get a devil's kiss on the ring apron. That's it. And she only gets 5 and rolls her back in the ring for the rest of it. So you get 5 on the apron and 5 in the middle of the ring. Steph goes for the cover. Only 2, though. All right, so we got it. We got our devil's kiss. Crowd chanting for one more time. Dragon screw leg whip out of the corner from Stephanie. And now, all right, here comes Valkyria. Double knees, Meteora in the corner on Io. Stephanie in control. She going for the SBB? This is awesome chants from the crowd. SVP reversed. And now double underhook. Backbreaker from Io. Going for a corner. Tell you what, man. No, Devil's Kiss does not need to be her finisher. It's a people's elbow. It's a worm. It's just a setup move to pop the crowd. Should not be a finish. I 100% disagree with that one. But the way she builds up to it and gets the crowd anticipating it, like that's good. That's good crowd work from Stephanie. More. This is awesome chance. They've got the crowd with them now. And I give them credit, man. They have worked through this match. They have given these ladies time, which is amazing. Kick to the back of the head from Valkyria. Now the crowd's fired up for Io. Charge in the corner. Meteora in the corner from Io Sky, pulling Steph out by the hair. Is she going for the walks right over her? The disrespect. Here comes the moonsault. Nope. Steph. I mean, you could say she crotches her on the top. Are we getting a reverse superplex? She got her in the dragon sleeper lock on the top rope. Reverse superplex. Oh my gosh. Stephanie almost brain busted her off the top. She barely got her over in time. Whew. Man, I was scared for Io there for a second. Holy chance from Houston. Houston's here for this now. Oh no, here comes the secret Hervis. Now are they showing up to cause trouble? To mess with Stephanie Valkyria? Now Stephanie got hands. She's got smoke for the secret Hervis. Out they go, but Chelsea Green wasn't there. Oh, Chelsea attacks Stephanie from behind. And there's your DQ. There is your DQ. Stephanie Valkyria wins via DQ because of Chelsea Green and the secret Hervis. Jumping Stephanie Valkyria, but Io is still around. Missile drop kick from Io to Chelsea. She just dropped Chelsea for like a bad habit. Now she's got hands for Alba Fire. Piper Niven doesn't know she's there. And a tired Io still throwing hands. Now double drop kick from Stephanie and Io sends Piper packing. Io and Stephanie Vaquer standing tall out of respect. And the crowd is someone else here? Who else is here? Naomi's here. Oh, Naomi shoves Io into Stephanie from behind. So Stephanie doesn't know that Io pushed her into her. And Naomi's out here choking the life out of Io. Here's Rhea. Rhea's here and Houston is awake. Rhea's coming out here. She's got a boot for Piper. She got a headbutt for Alba Fire and the steps. Now she's deciding who she's going to fight. She comes in the ring for Naomi. Kick to the stomach for Naomi. Here comes a, face buster for Naomi. Rhea Ripley comes out and saves Io Sky. Chelsea Green alone in the ring. And now surrounded by Stephanie, Io, and Rhea. Riptide coming for Chelsea. Down she goes. And the ladies stand tall. Superstars. Stephanie Vaquer, Io Sky, and Rhea Ripley. And Houston's hot for these ladies. I mean, they're the top female stars in the division. And just as a reminder, SummerSlam triple threat match for the world title. Rhea, Io, and Naomi for the world title. CM Punk also in Gunther for the world title. And yeah, we should be getting Roman next, and that should close out the show. And then we get a steel cage match between Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa for the U.S. title in a cage at SummerSlam. And, of course, women's tag team titles, Charlotte and Alexa against the Judgment Day. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Randy Orton and Jelly Roll against Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul. Forgot all about that match. Jelly Roll's render is so funny. He's like, and then no DQ, no count out, Bayley and Lyra for the Intercontinental title. And if Lyra loses, no more challenges for the IC title. And then AJ and Dom for SummerSlam Intercontinental title. Dude, SummerSlam's shaping up to be a good show. And, of course, Tiffany and Jade for the WWE Women's title. And, of course, Cena and Cody. Street fight. That's right. I forgot. Cody and Cena in a street fight. So we'll see what we get there. Oh, yeah. SummerSlam will be in Regal Cinemas on big screens. So if you don't have Peacock, get some movie tickets if there's a Regal Cinema in your area. Not a bad idea. All right. Are they already? They're just showing MetLife Stadium here at night with the lights going. But yeah, we'll see about Roman here soon. I'm imagining we get the final segment here. Yep. Big pop for Roman Reigns coming up next. So, yeah. SummerSlam looking like a really stacked card. So we'll see what we get. All right. So I think we're getting a commercial break here. And before we finish the last segment, I'm going to step away for just a second, and I'll be right back for our main event segment. All right, everybody. We are back. And it's time to return. Paul Heyman and Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker are just now entering the arena. During the commercial break, there was a group Judgment Day promo where they all just kind of cut promos talking about how they were going to win at SummerSlam. But yeah, Dom got a lot of heat, obviously. So SummerSlam, man, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm looking forward to all of it, if I'm being honest. I am interested in Jacob and Solo's cage match, since they're getting a cage match. Story-wise, I'm interested in Cena and Cody in the street fight. I wonder if they'll actually take the title off Cena finally, or if they're going to drag that thing out. Also, I don't know what Roman's doing yet, but I think we'll find out tonight in the next few minutes. I feel like we're going to get Roman and Jay since both Braun and Bronson are out here. But Paul Heyman with a loud pop, too. It just occurred to me as I'm thinking about the roster, I'm scared of LA Knight being left off the SummerSlam card. Now, Paul Heyman says he's got a lot of things to get off his chest. I know you can hear that. Well, Roman Reigns is here, and the crowd has woken up. OTC is in the building. Dude, crowd is hot. OTC, TC1, whatever, man. Enough initials. Everybody got their ones up for Roman Reigns. Tell you, man, you think you know who a star is until a real star shows up. What is it they say in the hip-hop world? Everybody thinks they gangster until a real gangster shows up. Everybody thinks they have a pop until Roman Reigns walks into the room, at least in modern-day WWE. People talk about the part-time schedule, but then they become accustomed to not seeing him. And so when he shows up, man, wild things happen. I mean, I got to say, I think Roman's got bigger pops than Cena does in his retirement tour. At least like the initial pops. Eventually, they cool off on Cena anyways, but that first pop when Cena's music hits. Roman taking his sweet time getting into that ring, though. Like, come on, Roman. I know this isn't Saturday night's main event, but could we at least get you on the mic and hear what's been going through your mind? Because you want to hear some pops. Listen to what's going on now, and then wait until this probably breaks down, and then you hear, "Ooh, so," and Jay comes out. Because we haven't seen 1 second, one single solitary second of Jey Uso on this television tonight. So you know he's coming out to pop the crowd. Which honestly is wild that Jay is so over now when you think that he's going to be like the ultimate like rescue pop of the night, you know? That's crazy stuff, man. Think about 5 years ago where Roman and Jay were at. I mean, Roman was Roman at that point anyways, but like think how far Jay's come because of this story is just absolutely bonkers, man. But Roman don't have a mic yet. Heyman still does, though. Loud OTC chants from Houston. It's the loudest they've been all night. Although I will give them props. They were pretty loud for Io and Stephanie towards the end of the match. Oh, Heyman already sucking up. I'm not trying to be disrespectful or rude. Oh, Heyman already chirping at Houston. A-hole chants for Heyman. You don't get those very much anymore. That's some real heel chanting. Even though they chant along with him saying his name is Paul Heyman. It's the nature of the business these days. The crowd participation era. The longer this drags out with Roman not even holding the mic in his hands, I feel like he's going to hit a spear and say one sentence. Houston just keeps chanting things. Exactly, Sophie. We have not seen Jay yet tonight. Not for 1 second. I was just saying that a minute ago. I don't think we close the show without seeing Jay. I will be surprised. Because if he doesn't show up here, then he's not in the building. They are milking every single second of crowd reaction here.
Like someone born in Texas.
Making fun of Texans, of course.
But so that you know, Seth Rollins is going to be out of action for a long, long time.
A very small smattering of shut the F up chants.
Which means, if you think about it, we can fix this.
No, he's not. Paul Heyman is not about to suggest that Roman comes back while Seth is gone.
Because you know, deep in your heart, we're far better together than opposing each other. You'll always be my family because I love you, my tribal chief.
You sold out, Chance. Heyman offering the mic to Roman. I think Bronson probably takes the Superman punch, if I'm guessing. Maybe Heyman. Here comes. Oh, here comes an acknowledgement. Yeah. OTC chance. Loud acknowledge me pop for one, Mr. Roman Reigns. Hey, buddy. Channel mascot under the table here. Wanting attention. Sorry. Oh, Paul Heyman throwing his one up in the air to boos from the crowd.
So Houston, what was he talking about? You want me to leave? Years ago, I would have said those are wise words from a wise man, but
Wise words from a wise man a few years ago.
you're not a wise man anymore.
Oh, you're not a wise man anymore.
You're just a dumbass.
You just a dumbass. All right. Braun Breaker's like, what'd you say? What'd you say? Braun. Tell you what, man. Braun Breaker doing great.
You might want to
Easy, Junior.
sit under the learning tree and write this down because he's about to do the same thing to you as he did to me.
Roman already saying he's going to do to you what he did to me.
He's going to take all the credit.
Okay.
That's what you try to do with me, right?
He's already telling Braun Heyman's going to try to take all the credit from him.
Try to take responsibility for creating the tribal chief. But I can tell you firmly, it wasn't him.
It wasn't Paul who created the tribal chief. I like Braun's character too, Justin. Roman said the only reason I'm still a tribal chief is because the people acknowledge me. More OTC chance.
You're damn right, the OTC was a champion too. The greatest champion to ever set foot in this ring.
Talking about he was a champion.
This man had a partner, but he didn't have any part in me keeping that title. No, I mean, look at it. I'm pretty come on. No, the Usos did. Solo did.
Oh. Roman putting over the Usos and Solo. Saying they helped me stay champion, not you. Okay. Putting Sami over too.
But yeah, that title. I did it. It only took 4 years, but I lost. But then you told everybody that I took my tail and I go on and I do whatever. But no, I went home to continue to raise the future bloodline.
Roman said I went home to be a dad.
See, when we talk about the bloodline, that's all it is. It's family. You see, the dumbass here, he thought we were just another faction or something, or we were just some wrestling group. No, you could create those, but you couldn't create the bloodline. Now, that was God's work.
The bloodline was God's work, not a faction. It was family. That's some Fast and Furious talk right there. But he's not wrong.
All that, I'm going to say it again. Back up, son.
Oh, stepping to Braun Breakers. I'm not going to say it again. Back up.
But you want to know something? None of that really bothers me. You want to know what really bothers me? You want to know what really gets under my skin?
What really bothers Roman?
You used to be just a friend of mine. You were just a business partner. I made you a part of our family. You were chosen family to be. I gave you responsibility.
Roman said, I made you a part of our family.
You do it all the way. You want to know what you do it right for? You do it away for a best friend. Someone that he hadn't even talked to in over a decade. You betrayed me and my family. Don't ever come out here. This is what the history books need to understand. Don't ever come out here and say, I ruined the bloodline. I ruined the bloodline. This dumbass did.
Roman said, I didn't ruin the bloodline. Paul Heyman ruined the bloodline. Braun Breaker just wants to jump. He absolutely wants to jump, man. He is seething. Now Braun Breaker's got a mic. Let's see what happens. I've got a channel mascot who will not leave me alone down here. Big boos for Braun Breaker. Braun saying, we don't want you here no more.
I'm glad that you can take this offer. I know that Paul won't stab me in the back. You want to know why? I hold value in this place. You're worthless.
Oh, Braun says Roman's worthless.
I'm the big dog now.
Braun says I'm the big dog. Okay.
So do what you do best, Roman. Turn around.
Do what you do best. Turn around and leave. Roman just standing there, contemplating.
I gotta be completely honest. I didn't hear any of that trash you just said.
Roman said, I didn't hear none of that. Oh, Superman punch to Braun. And a punches to Bronson Reed. Now who we got? Let's see. Now it pushes up. Oh, Roman eats a spear. Knew that was coming. And now Bronson and Braun teaming up on Roman. I feel like we know who we want to see, but is it going to happen? Oh, we're going to get a tsunami. Here he is. Main event, Jey Uso's in the house, and he got to pop as loud as Roman did. You can't tell by how loud my voice has to be just to be heard. Jey kind of taking his time, though, getting to the ring. You need to run a little faster, dog. Super kicks to both guys. Oh, Braun's got, nope, reversal. Okay, big right hands from Jey Uso. Yeets aplenty. Double spear from the OG Bloodline boys. And Heyman and his boys are bailing. And we got Jay's music playing as we're probably wrapping up here for the night. So, yeah, I mean, surely we're getting a tag match at SummerSlam. As we are making our way off the air. Next Monday, they in Detroit. Okay. So there it is. Roman and Jey standing tall. Standing shoulder to shoulder, mind you. Peer to peer. Which you love to see that. You love to see Jey looking like he's on Roman's level. So, I thought that was fine. I got to admit, I didn't think Roman cooked a ton on that promo. He was just basically like, yeah, you're just a dumbass. Like, I mean, that was all he really had to say. But hearing the crowd get invested there in seeing Jey and Roman together is big time stuff. It's highly likely that we're going to be getting that tag match at SummerSlam, which will be excellent. And the crowd will be awake for that for sure. I'll keep my rating tonight at an 8. And I think the presentation, I think the matches and the work and all that was there. It was good. And, other than that, just the crowd was a little flat for me at times. But Stephanie and Io were great. I thought the women's tag match was decent. The main event segment was good. Gunther definitely shows why he belongs there. We got AJ and Dominic finally on the books for SummerSlam. It'll be great. Absolutely, guys. Thank you for joining me tonight. We will be here tomorrow. Tell your friends, tell your family. NXT coming in strong from Houston tomorrow. We're going to rock that right at showtime. So please join me for that. And until tomorrow, I will see you guys there for NXT. Take care. Have a great night, everybody. And I will see you soon. Don't forget to be a